Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to the XCOM Tactical Legacy Pack, where we are still fighting horror movie monsters. It's just, I suppose it's kind of appropriate that this is the Halloween episode, but it's going to be real creepy, I suspect. We gotta rescue the DJ. I'm not sure if this is timed. We gotta get to the DJ and then move him all the way out to this boat over here. I assume, as we approach the shore, you know what's gonna happen. But, I'm not sure if this is timed, do we have a limited number of turns to get to him? I have no idea. The good news is, hey, look at that. The doors to the store are already open, so I don't have to stop and carefully open them. I think we're going to cut through the store. We could go outside and go around. Open sightlines like this are probably beneficial to me against the chrysalids. But I'm not sure that I actually want really open sightlines against the types of advent that we are likely to see from this point forward. Let's have, where's Bradford? Bradford start all the way at the back of the group? Why would you do this? Why would you do this to me? Alright, we're gonna move forward through the store. We might see some stuff outside in the street, but honestly, if we can avoid touching a lot of the map and just move up along the wall to where we need to be, I think that's probably a good idea. Alright, so we got our psychic troop here. We have Soulfire, Stasis, and Inspire. All of which are, totally technically fine. Also a shredder gun, which is way more than technically fine. Obviously, Stasis is very powerful. I'm not that impressed with her other psychic powers, but do love me some shredder gun. Alright, so we have lightning hands. We have the ability to fire the pistol twice if we want to. I think we still want to go up. Can we please... Hold on, how do you... Here we go. Here we go. Is that the waypoint? Please do not break through that window. Okay, looks like we are not, unfortunately, going to be able to silently get up to a position where we can see outside. Oh, unless I use my grappling hook. Right, I have a grappling hook. Let's do that.
I'll take the high road.
We're all very nice people, so we're pretending that we didn't hear you do that.
Double time.
So we can get her a nice position here. Really, we don't see any enemies yet. I am surprised by that. Okay, let's have you move forward to here.
Location.
It looks to me like we're all just going to get a double move this turn. Seems like there aren't any enemies over here. What about in the... Nope, okay. There's this little alley between the buildings that's completely closed. It doesn't actually have external access. We can only get in through the, it's like a crawl space, more than an alley. You can only get in through these broken buildings, so I was a little worried that there might be stuff in here. Especially, chrysalids are kind of bug-like, in my opinion. And so I was thinking, hey, maybe the chrysalids will have wanted to take shelter in the walls. That's like a bug thing to do. I'm gonna have... I want to have the skirmisher just run up in the same spot as the sniper. I think probably. We could be over on the other side of the building, but I don't think there's a lot of benefit to that because I suspect that it's unlikely we'll see any enemies over there. That's right up against the wall of the map. Definitely want to have you moving forward on the ground because of, your need for melee range. And Bradford, same deal, right? Oh, hey, look, it's all of the enemies. Boy, we were very close to seeing those guys.
Despite being the product of advanced alien genetic manipulation, apparently our peacekeeping overlords never bothered to invest in battering ram technology. This is like something out of a fairy tale. They just can't seem to blow my house down no matter how hard they try. I may not even need a rescue after all.
I kind of want to throw a big acid grenade at them, right? I think this is probably an understandable urge. I'd feel a lot better about it if I could see exactly where they are, though. Bradford can get into that corner, right? Target preview says he won't be able to see that guy from here, which I think is a little strange. But he has run and gun now, so we can move him forward to a place where he could just provide us some vision, and then still move and then shoot afterward. Here, this is probably better. That's a yellow move, though. Okay, it's a blue move for you. But you have to... I can't go around. Actually, oh yeah, okay. Can't quite make it if I don't take this path. I'm not sure why jumping over here and running this way is less movement than running this way and then jumping over. Like, what if I did this? Is that not... Yeah, that doesn't work for some reason. Huh. Seems to me like it should be the same distance either way, but... Well, I could just run to here. We're just going to do that, though. Can Bradford make... Yeah, Bradford can make that silently. And without running across their vision. So, okay, give me some better... So part of the reason I'm thinking acid grenade is that the shield bearer has 2 points of armor, and I would love to take off all of his armor. However, maybe we're better off just having at him, especially if we can attack in such a way as to probably kill a purifier. That would be pretty powerful, because there's a chance he would explode and do a bunch of extra damage to all of his buddies. I think it's pretty weird that I can only see the enemy who's closest to the building. How does that work? These guys should be more visible, not less visible. And you can't see anybody somehow. There's some weird line of sight stuff going on with these windows that I don't fully understand. Right, if you're high up in a building and looking out through the window, it's harder to see things that are close to the base of the wall than it is to see things that are not close to the base of the wall. You have to lean, like, all the way out the window. We could shredder cannon, right? Like, this is maybe not the best moment to use the shredder cannon, but also, right, like, this is not the scariest pack we'll ever face, right? But also, look at that. It is very impressive. This is not the most dangerous pack we'll ever see, but this might be the most effective shredder gun we ever have a chance to fire. It's just going to do the most stuff. So I think maybe we want to put some people on Overwatch. I'm not sure how Shadow Strike... Okay. So I selected Bradford and then did not click any mouse buttons or press any keys on the keyboard. I was trying to just mouse over his abilities, and he took that as a he should flee command. That's extremely annoying, and it looks like we are not going to be getting a lot of additional value out of this turn. I suppose there's not a lot of reasons for us to have Ashley Bennett do anything other than
Confirmed.
Overwatch. Snipe a guy as they run for cover, in case anybody's still alive. But I think probably we have everybody else wait until after things pop off. I have no idea what just happened with Bradford. I swear I did not click a mouse button or press a key, and probably that stuff picks up on the mic a little bit, so you might be able to verify that independently. Yeah, so all of their armor is removed. They're all very wounded. And I'm really hoping that Bennett is going to pick off a purifier here in such a way that it explodes and kills a bunch of his friends. Nope, she shot the shield bearer.
Okay, so I got one.
That's fine. That's not a bad pull. Okay, let's kill some dudes. At this range, probably Lightning Hands is a little bit better play.
Hostile terminated.
Through the wall, no problem. Oh, hey. Alright, we'll talk about that in a second. Apparently, I can't see any of the remaining enemies. I could jump down and just take a pistol shot. Like, that guy is dead, right? That guy's dead to anything. So that might happen. Let's talk about this guy on the ground, though. He ran in the building in a way that I really don't understand. And we're just gonna get ourselves a point of focus off of that. Oh shoot, I'm not gonna get my focus because he's not technically dead. Oh no, okay. I still do get the focus. That's nice. So ideally, one of you needs to get down here and get on Overwatch. I suppose that can be Hernandez's job. Although, actually, she can see the Purifier from here. She doesn't have a stock or anything, but she has a pretty good chance of taking him out.
I did nothing.
She gets 2 shots at 68%. Sorry, the second one's even higher.
We triumph.
Okay, and then I can have you run down. I also could just have you... I just have you go on Overwatch. You know what? I'm going to Overwatch. I think when that guy wakes up, he's going to try to run out of the building. And I really do want her to still be up here.
They're running.
Yep, that was ill-considered. She is destroying her own cover with the force of her shooting. So, these are, I think, points of focus that we can run over and pick up. This is a Templar thing. You can upgrade your Templar to,
Yeah, that's you, Advent guy. That's what you sound like out there. Yeah, that's what all you imposters sound like to us originals.
The DJ is like one twitch away from calling everybody phonies. Well, the good news is we're basically at his door now. It doesn't seem like I am actually on the clock here, so we're just gonna take single moves forward. We can have people reload. Never mind. Enemies. Found the enemies. Oh, wow. Apparently they're feeling fairly serious about trying to get his door open here. You know, we didn't have any confirmation of this, I don't think, beforehand, but somehow I knew he would have a mohawk. Alright, well, what do we want to do here? I would love to kill the mutons instead of the berserkers. I think we are almost certainly going to be required to use a mimic beacon to survive this. We could volt them maybe pretty hard, although it is a shame it doesn't seem like... Can't get a shot to bounce between the two mutons. Oh, interesting. There's a building over here. If we took this position, we'd actually have a flank shot on the muton. We don't have a great angle, but... You know, the skirmisher has a mimic beacon. I'm going to try to get a flank shotgun blast on that guy. Yeah, 85% crit. That's what I'm looking for right here. Maybe we won't need the mimic beacon after all. Although I really don't... I don't love fighting berserkers. Let's see if we can pull this 81%. And if we can, it's going to inform our actions for a lot of the rest of the turn. This guy has half cover against us from this side. I feel fairly confident we can get him. Unfortunately, it is once again the case that the specialist doesn't really have any fancy plays here, so we're just going to take a pot shot at that muton. Because a hit is lethal, even if we do minimum damage. And we're north of 50%.
Big deal.
Alright, so your deal is maybe run forward and mimic beacon. That might be the play. How many other people do we have left? 2. So yeah, with 3 shots, like, berserkers can hit pretty hard. And I don't want to have a berserker run over and crit one of us in half. But maybe we could just survive their hits? I'm just going to use the mimic beacon. We can be a little bit more aggressive with them than usual because we do have 2 of them. There we go. Where there's a very small sweet spot where I can throw that out in front of them for some reason. I don't think it makes much sense to do anything other than just shoot them, right?
Rolling.
Move forward a little bit to get the best possible hit chance and just have at them. Did she fire through that window without breaking it? No, it appears... Oh, it's the glass on the door is what she fired through without breaking it. Weird. So I don't have range to actually do anything other than shoot a psionic power at them. Do a tiny bit of damage with my pistol, I guess. Yeah, I don't really want to spend focus. Because we're going to need that focus on the coming turn to slash them as hard as possible. Oh, he's shooting the green mist at us. Wow. Okay, maybe we didn't need to throw a mimic beacon out, because maybe these dudes are totally incompetent. Yeah, it seems like they kind of don't have the ability to do damage.
Who is that rat tat tapping at my chamber door? Quash the Raven, but nevermore. You hear me out there, Admin? Nevermore. You are never getting in. Fascist goons.
So we are, I guess they are technically fascists, aren't they? It's not really the issue that I have with them generally, but he's right. I think we want to move Bradford up. I know we already have a 100% hit chance, but we could get a little closer and increase the crit chance, we have a 100% hit chance. We can move closer and increase the crit chance from our laser sight, though. I'm a little worried we're not going to get enough damage on these guys. I was very disappointed by that miss. That really made this turn a lot more difficult. Well, okay, I'm going to move Bradford right here. So we potentially have a sword strike on each of them, depending on what they want to do with their turns, but like, right, Blade Storm could be pretty good. Really, I only made it to 30% crit. I kind of thought the laser sight was going to give us, at point blank range like this, kind of thought it was going to give us a little bit better of a bonus. Well, do it. Yeah, okay, 8 damage, can't complain. Oh, he hair triggered. Come on, hair trigger again. No? Alright. No such luck. So I think at this point we want to start shooting the other one, right? How much damage does my pistol do? 3 to 4. So moving up so that I could potentially shoot twice with the pistol next turn is not actually better than just taking the sniper rifle shot. Eventually, lightning hands plus 2 pistol shots could be meaningful. But actually, like, we could just take the pistol shots from here. It's still better to just hit him with the rifle. Rifle hit is 100% guaranteed and has a slightly more impressive crit. Yeah, I'm trusting Bradford's sword to handle the really damaged one, because I think it will probably just run over and try to punch him, right? He's the most available target. I probably want to grapple up. It's a shame she doesn't have a little bit more ammo in her gun. We could throw a plasma grenade and get both these kills right now, I suppose. Probably want to throw it so that it does not blow up the forklift that Bradford is hiding behind. By the way, I haven't touched the mouse in a while. You see this like wavering that the aim is doing? I have no idea what that is about. How many other people do we have left? Oh, never mind. They're all dead anyway. We're probably going to be able to just reload. You may as well step up.
Target disabled.
Oh, okay, camera.
I will tear you apart.
Alright, just making absolutely sure that we were clear before hitting the reload.
Cover me. Reloading.
Not a bad turn on the whole. I suppose what these floating focus points really mean
Laser saws or something? I mean,
is that I should be more aggressive with our psychic powers.
If that's the case, good luck with that, you freaking caveman. Radio
He'll let me in.
man.
I mean, listen, I do appreciate his enthusiasm. Don't get me wrong.
Locked and loaded.
My suspicion is that when we rescue him, stuff is going to pop off in a fairly serious way, so I think we're going to take it easy for a moment here, make sure we're all reloaded and everything.
I will move.
I want her to move first, because I would like the sniper to take up the position that she is currently in.
I'm not sure how the DJ convinced these people to guard him, but we managed to rescue one.
Oh, apparently I rescued bodyguard in there, through the wall.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you're just a person with an assault rifle and a grenade. That's cool.
On the move.
Don't go anywhere or reveal any new tiles, please. Really need you to take it easy for a second while I finish getting in position.
I'll maintain my watch. I'm all over it.
Okay, now we're ready to go.
I'm going.
No trespassers.
If anyone was planning a rescue, if you're already on your way, you might as well come on by. I mean, not that you have to, but I wouldn't want you to have wasted your time.
That's very considerate. Why didn't the aliens just go through his windows? That was easy enough.
We secured the DJ, but now we had to babysit him until we got to the evac point.
Okay, does that just immediately give me control of his other... Oh no, it's just showing me the other bodyguard. Okay. We're not really that far away from it.
Moving. Moving out.
Looks to me like we can be pretty aggressive with our forward motion here. I don't actually want to see out the windows over there, though, so Lisa Harris might just stay put. Because there could be stuff over here. And I certainly don't want to see new enemies now that I've double moved some people. Which unfortunately means we have to be a little bit careful with her position.
On your order.
I think over here I should be able to grappling hook up to the front end of that second floor platform. That's my plan. I'm just trying to set up a good grappling hook here so that we can suddenly have her be forward.
All right, I'll go. Affirmative. Covering now. I'll keep it under watch.
Come get some.
Oh, something's happening. She sensed it with all of her psychic powers. Oh, it's all of the chrysalids. Well, I'm really glad I didn't step forward. Because, right, they're not going to be able to attack this turn since this is their scatter move. And also, we have a fair number of people in Overwatch. Theoretically, some of us should hit.
Boy, do I owe you all a favor.
Nope, never
Say,
mind.
that's some nice gear you got there. Is that from Advent? I haven't seen anything like that. Hey, where'd you guys say you were from again?
Man.
Wow, is that a...
Okay. Possibly a turn for the Mimic Beacon. This is exactly what I thought we were going to be able to do. So, fantastic. Alright, let's do some stuff here. Let's, first of all, Lightning Hands. So, the question is, do I want to Lightning Hands to attempt to kill one of the neonates, which might not work, because my attack does 3 to 4 damage, or do I want to just start softening up the dangerous chrysalids? I think I want to just work this guy. We can hit the neonates with attacks that are guaranteed to work, right? So my suspicion is that my rifle chance of hitting this guy is... It's not 100, but it's close. If we shoot him with 2 pistol shots, we're going to take a point of damage reduction from the armor twice. So I think we probably could just go for this, but we also could just drop a plasma grenade at this point. It's unfortunate that I couldn't do those things in the other order. You know, I could just kill both of these guys. Yeah, this is guaranteed to kill both of them. Oh, you know what? That was a screw up, though. I could have fired my pistol one more time and then thrown the grenade. It worked to maximize the damage being dealt by our extremely good sharpshooter. Alright, she kills these guys with a single hit, so let's try, see if we can't maybe take out the other 2 neonates here. I do love skirmishers. I love pretty much anything that lets you attack more than once per turn. Because there's so many ways to get, like, static damage bonuses and stuff. Like, you can really make some stuff happen with a couple of attacks per turn. Then it's definitely not going to kill that chrysalid. I'm going to see... You know what? No, I'm not. Because I think this neonate chrysalid is just going to run to... the way things are right now, it's just going to run to Bradford and die. Let's see if we can get this thing. I think we can ignore the neonate. And you can probably tell I'm also thinking that we can probably not use our Mimic Beam. Do I want to use a power here? Soulfire actually does less damage than the rifle. Well, sorry, it's the same amount of damage because the rifle's going to be reduced by the armor and the psychic power's not. But I probably don't want to put this on cooldown if I don't have to. Let's just fire the weapon. We might come up against something where I would much rather use psionics. Okay. I forgot about that. I forgot about the possibility of a dodge. Oh dear, I seem to have started some fires on your broadcasting station. That's my bad. Really, I can see the enemies from here and here, but not from any position where I'm allowed to shoot at them. Can't really get upstairs. I could run to here. This is too far back. But from here, I might at least have a, I might have an Overwatch shot on them if they try to move forward. You can not kill the crystal. That really sucks. Can we get a little bit more damage on it? Maybe. Oh, I shot the wrong one. Well, it didn't even cross my mind. Well, that's probably fine. It's probably not a big deal. If we just put any damage on this thing at all, then it's probably going to just get killed by Bradford. So I can run over, rend it, and then momentum, move away, and leave Bradford as the closest target. Also, there is a 10% chance of a crit here. Like, I could actually get a kill.
I didn't make it through.
I don't want to parry, because I do want it to run over to Bradford. DJ probably shouldn't move. And you can just go on Overwatch. I didn't even realize that I set that on fire. You know, this is just kind of like the way I play. Stuff explodes and gets sets on fire, and these things happen. Wow, you have some crazy technique there, man. Oh!
But we knew they were out there, hiding among the civilians. This, though, this was something else. I mean, if they could be fish,
Wait,
they could
wounded
be
soldier.
anything, right? Where does it
Wait,
end?
what is happening?
You and I are gonna have a long talk later. But for now, do us all a favor. Put a lid on it, buddy.
So I heard the negative point thing happening while that cutscene was going on, and then it happened several more times. I got 3 wounded soldier penalties without anybody getting hit. Was that fish working for XCOM? Is that what I'm supposed to take away from this? Oh, you're not actually rescued yet. We should have somebody get him. Oh, I see. Part of the building burned down and these guys all fell. Okay. That makes sense. I see now what occurred. Yeah, that's definitely my fault. I am certainly the one who weakened the structure of the building. In my defense, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to blow stuff up, so what am I supposed to do? Not have the most fun possible? Ridiculous. A ridiculous notion. I can grappling hook up here, but I'm concerned that I might fall again shortly afterward. Oh, that's a shame. That's true. Your failure is your own. And this guy's not a threat, right? This is under control. If I move the DJ forward, can he rescue his buddy here? Yep, he is technically part of my team.
The DJ and his guards made it clear of the area. Now we just had to get ourselves out.
Man,
Get it together.
you guys know you're allowed to hit, right? I think they might be trying to make it exciting. Like this is some kind of like a pro wrestling show or something. You don't want to just run the dude over. You gotta, you know, put a little back and forth in there. There we go. Alright, that truck's not going to explode again. It has exploded the maximum number of times, so we can... It is now safe to use it as cover.
Orders confirmed. On the move. Overwatch.
I'm really glad the DJ didn't take, like, lethal damage from that fall.
Rolling out. I will sense any disturbance.
You guys seem pretty tough. I mean, you don't need me to do any actual fighting, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a force. My back a little bit. closed on admin, so I'm sure you can handle this without me, right? No problem.
I really like the fact that we kind of couldn't hear what he was saying over the sound of us saving his life. Alright, probably it's clear up to the beacon, I'm assuming.
Scanning.
We're going to keep getting spawns, so we're going to want to keep Overwatch creeping forward, but I think we have won this, probably.
What's over
And it's
there?
not impossible that we could still have, like, another pack of enemies wander into us. I bet there's at least one more pack of enemies left on the mission somewhere, because we really have not had a terribly difficult time of this.
I stand ready.
Right, and we only saw 3 actual packs of enemies, right? Oh no, 4. The chrysalids were 2 separate packs. You know, maybe we are actually out of enemies on the map.
On Overwatch.
Okay, DJ can just double move, right? Like I don't think there's any reason I need to be cautious with him. Any chrysalids that pop up are going to get immediately splattered, so
10-4. Copy that. Maintaining this area.
oh, you poor, poor, terrifying alien insect monster.
There you go.
Guys, he's dead. He's dead.
Get him next time.
That's on me.
That was a lot of wasted ammunition. I mean, I guess we're firing energy weapons, so it's not like we're spending ammunition, but, like, I don't actually know how our energy weapons work. Is there a projectile? Is it entirely... Do we just have to, like, go plug them in somewhere? Extract at least one XCOM operative. Okay, something tells me we'll be able to pull this off. So I'm going to get the DJ and all of his dudes out of
DJ
here.
was safe, but the rest of the squad and I were still on the ground.
Packing it in.
I don't think there's actually any benefit score-wise to extracting the bodyguards. That's weird.
Evac confirmed.
Should I not be rewarded for, you know, saving human lives? Seems to me like a noble thing to do, but alright, scoring system. I see where you're coming from. A lot of mouths to feed. So it doesn't really make sense for us to extract anybody on XCOM until everybody can get out, right? Keep as many guns on the ground active as possible, so...
If they move, it's on.
Got it. Moving.
I think we probably here have enough Overwatches for the situation to resolve itself quickly.
I move. Attacking on sight.
But also, I think that these people are going to make it to the zone on their next move, so there's no reason not to have them stop an Overwatch.
Affirmative. Covering nigh.
Just in case we miss, like, a ridiculously huge number of Overwatch shots or something. Yeah, kind of like that.
Not even close.
I mean, it's embarrassing is what it is. Fortunately, they, I am pretty sure, cannot attack on this turn, and we... Okay, this is enough with this. I need a fast forward or a skip button or something. Okay, see, she can do it, and she's not even really a gun person. Also, creepy glowing eyes. She just kind of like sits there doing spell casting motions with her hands at all times. You know, listen, I know that she's got like impressive psychic powers and everything. I'm not saying they're not impressive. What I am saying is that I think there's an element of cosplay. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Just, it kind of seems like there's an element of, you know, a little bit of a showmanship, right?
Get it together.
I don't really need to kill this guy, but also, we might get points for it. I'm not sure if we've actually been getting points for... Yeah, okay. So in theory, we could actually just camp here and
Evac confirmed.
have our score go up infinitely as we kill the infinitely spawning
Let's go.
chrysalids, but that seems like poor sportsmanship and, more importantly, boring. Let's just move on and get on with the next operation, shall we?
Location confirmed. I'm gone. Evacuating the area.
It ended up being easier than it looked. We escaped with the DJ and there was no sign of Advent in pursuit.
Kind of like weirdly easy. Mission type, gather DJ. This is my favorite mission type.
Friend had an interesting collection of scavenged tech and spare parts in his collection. We took the best stuff and left behind everything else.
I kind of want to upgrade our explosives. I do really like explosives. And I mean, I know stat points and everything, but like the agility PCS isn't even good. Advanced focus, I think, is start missions with focus rather than increasing the amount of focus you can hold. But I'm not certain of that. I'm fairly sure I've never actually used the focus PCS. It's like perception, speed, focus, and speed are all powerful. Maybe I do want to take the stat points. And this only upgrades a couple of our grenade types. You know, I'm going to take the stats, actually. We got ourselves some upgraded gear, Reflect and Deep Focus. I think Reflect makes it so that parry actually causes the damage to be dealt to the attacker instead of just negating it. I don't know what Deep Focus does. Okay. A lot of real basic stuff here. I gotta say, though, I don't know that our team needs a lot more abilities. We're in pretty good shape already.
After all that work to rescue this guy, not a day later, he somehow thought it would be a good idea to wander off in search of his old record collection or something. I almost lost it that day. I was about ready to just leave him to the chrysalids. Fortunately, he hadn't managed to get very far, and we put a leash on him before the aliens could. The DJ had set up his equipment in an old utility building that the locals built their settlement around. It almost felt safe at first, but the signal there must have been stronger, because the chrysalids were overrunning the entire area.
Headed there now.
Alright, so 12 turns is a lot of time. Oh, geez. Okay. Apparently we're getting started, like really getting started right away here. I am tempted to immediately employ the shredder gun again. Can I get more than one? No, it's the Andromedon or other people. And obviously we want to hit the Andromedon, because screw 4 points of armor. Where are my... Somebody has an acid bomb. Where's that acid bomb at? It's on the other psychic, right? The Templar? Yeah, like, moving up and dropping an acid grenade on that dude might be the play. I can rend the Archon or the Codex. That's neither one of those are particularly exciting. Yeah, let's start off with the acid bomb here, or acid grenade. I did not take the bomb upgrade. This isn't going to destroy cover, but I believe these strip additional armor and may debuff this guy. And then we're probably just going to have to work through a lot of his armor. We're also definitely throwing a Mimic Beacon this turn.
Tactical movement.
But I can shoot my gun first. So, let's talk about new abilities. We've got here Full Throttle. Every time you get a kill, you get more movement ability. I get what they're going for there, but it is a little silly because it's so common for you to move before shooting. This is okay. Am I allowed to... Yeah, throwing grenades doesn't end the turn either. Like, can I get... I can't quite get a grenade down there. Alright, I'm just gonna shoot my normal gun once. Right, because we're probably not gonna spend any more resources on removing this guy's armor. But if we were, I should definitely do that before taking this shot. Hold on, let's have a look around. What else do we want to do? So your position is actually flanked. That's pretty bad. We'll worry about you in a second. DJ's got to get put somewhere, and we'll worry about that later too. Central doesn't have an armor stripping option. The sniper could grenade. You have an EMP grenade, which is not yet useful. That unit is biological, not mechanical, until we get the first kill, I believe. And we also have this Viper to worry about. Maybe we should just have Bradford use the Mimic Beacon and allow the Skirmisher to take a second shot. Because her second shot's going to be pretty good, right? Combat Presence allows her to pass an action off to an ally. Interrupt is Overwatch, but when the Overwatch triggers, you get your action bar and you can like do anything you want with it, which is cool, but not like super relevant. So no, I don't think we are going to be removing any more of his armor. Okay, that means we can just go ahead and take the shots now. We have to decide, do we want Bradford to run up and take one pretty good shotgun shot, or do we want to have Bradford throw the Mimic Beacon and get a second shot from the Skirmisher rifle? You gotta remember that second shot from the Skirmisher rifle, although it has a lower base damage, is going to be benefiting from... Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say is gonna be benefiting from zero in, so it's gonna have a really high crit chance, but that is what a really high crit chance looks like. What is the biggest part of that crit bonus from? Oh, he just has a bigger flanking bonus now. Yeah, okay. So Bradford gets a shot. Do I want to run and gun to get even closer? Because we could get better than 78%. I could just move up to here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
Way out.
I think that's worthwhile. Okay, 90% and 91% crit. We got a little closer for the laser sight. Do it, Bradford. There you go. 14 damage. 2 of it eaten by the armor is pretty good. Oh, and he hair triggers. Do I actually want him to shoot at that again? Because I think at this point, we might be able to just kill it with the rifle, right? We're doing 67 damage. Maybe. Maybe we kill it with the rifle. I'm gonna try. If we minimum damage fail to get the kill here, the sniper can use fast hands to do it in with the free shot. Also, it actually might... Hold on, let me... Can I get a mouse over of his stuff here? I can't see his debuffs. He doesn't have a debuff marker, so he is not taking damage from the acid. Where's my sharpshooter? Let's get you up into position to do the thing that we all know you're gonna do. The sniper picked up a new ability called Face Off, which is just one quick pistol shot at everything you can see. I think that we probably want to do that, but this is a turn-ending action. So, lightning hands, then normal pistol shot, then face off is the turn we want to take here. So who gets lightning hands? We do have to try to kill the Viper. I really, really don't want that Viper getting a turn. My pistol does 3 to 6 damage now, which means that if I don't shoot the Viper right now, there's a chance that even if face-off hits, I don't get a kill. And I really, really don't want that Viper pulling anybody out of cover with its crazy Viper tongue. So I think we're gonna, even though this is maybe a little bit less damage efficient than... Because it's pretty likely that face-off will kill it. I don't want to have to devote a whole other attack to it later. But you know what? Maybe we have to engage in a little bit of damage efficiency here, because there are a lot of really dangerous targets. Yeah, alright. If we end up having to devote a whole extra attack to the Viper, then so be it. But I'm wondering if we might actually be able to get out of this without having to use our Mimic Beak, basically. We hit face off. We take the initial form of the Andromedon down. The Viper dodged. That sucks. Okay, so how many actions do we have left? We have you. Really, only a 63% chance to hit that thing from here. That's a shame. We could just grenade it, which would ensure that it dies. Unfortunately, we haven't picked up any area attacks. This would be a really good time to have, like, that straight line beam thing, perhaps. We can guarantee that the Viper dies. I'm less worried about the Codex. Let's see here. You haven't taken your second hair trigger shot. I think we probably care about the Archon quite a bit. He has grapple. We could get ourselves to a better position before this shot. I mean, a higher position. Honestly, staying close is probably right for him. This is tricky. We're definitely going to have to use a Mimic Beam. I was kind of hoping that we had maybe figured it out, but it's too much enemy. The question is, does Bradford use the Mimic Beacon now that he almost certainly can't kill anything else of value? Or do we have Carla do it? Because I think Bradford doing it allows Carla to maybe get rid of this Codex before it does something horrible. I'm going to have Bradford do it. That sucks. We did destroy its cover, though. Okay, Bradford, you definitely need to dump this Mimic Beacon. It's cool that we got a flexible enough turn that we could make these decisions this late, though. Hair Trigger is really powerful when it actually activates. It's not the kind of thing I almost ever take on purpose, but it does have some upside. I really, really want that Viper to be dead. Do you have a stock by any chance? No. We do have a superior repeater. We have an 80% chance of hitting the Archon, but we can't crit it, and it probably will dodge, so we're not actually even going to get it that close to dead. I'm going to take the shot at the Viper. I would really love it if that Viper was dead. And this shot's not much less likely to happen than the shot on the Archon.
One down, thousands to go.
Alright, so who's still left? The DJ obviously just needs to, like, run over here and hide. I don't want to put him in a position where he could easily get flanked, and that thing is on top of the roof, right? So maybe the play is run him in here. I guess it could still drop down. There's not really anywhere that I can put him that the clone that appeared on the roof can't get to him. But here, most of the enemies have actually no line of sight to him. And then I could just Soulfire this guy so that she's not flanked anymore. Trust the Mimic Beacon to pick up most of the rest. Unfortunately, the one on the roof is going to get to do whatever it wants. There's nothing I can do about that.
You are vulnerable. Hostile neutralized. Enemies on the move! They're flanking us!
And we're fairly grouped up, so if that clone on the roof decides it wants to, like, shoot a psionic bomb or something, that could be really bad. Okay, it took its turn early, though. If it had gone last, the Andromedon plus the Archon could have destroyed the Mimic Beacon and allowed it to take whatever turn it wanted. As it is, now we have to deal with this nonsense, which I hate. Okay, it just double moved.
Okay.
So it spread acid all over the ground, but no damage to
Probably
us.
a dumb idea to go by myself, but what were the chances of you guys tagging along to go look for my records? Slim to none. But you gotta think long term. I'm looking out for our future. We can't afford to lose the music of our past, can we?
We can afford to lose some of it. I'm a little torn about Nessie's turn. We could go for a pistol kill on the clone, and if the first hit works, then we get to do a little bit of damage to something else as well. Or we could just go for a great big rifle shot on the Archon, which he might dodge, but I think we gotta do this. The Archon is really dangerous. We have to be rid of him. Let's put him in a position where we can get him in one. And then probably that one comes from you. Man, even with the height bonus and everything, still not a very good chance. We have a guaranteed kill on the Codex. Should I take that instead? Well, I should take the gunshot first, right? Because the Justice will end my turn, but this shot won't. Alright, awesome.
I require ammunition.
I do so love units that get to do multiple attacks per turn. It's working, right? It said 100%. It didn't include the chance of it totally crashing the mission, which I guess is a stat. Okay, so now we have a little bit of time to figure this out. Now, it is worth noting... Okay, first of all, that Focus PCS did increase the maximum amount of focus we can carry, which I think is actually pretty powerful. Now, it is worth noting this thing is now, for certain, a robotic unit. And we do have that EMP grenade. This is going to do 8 to 10. This is also 8 to 10. We have a much better crit chance on the shotgun. I'm going to move up even closer. Honestly, we could just go right up on top of it, right? And in fact, standing right on top of it has the benefit that if it tries to do anything on its turn, Bradford now gets a sword strike against it. Does Reflect do what I thought it did? Oh. No, it is just a passive chance to reflect incoming shots when you have enough focus. That's certainly interesting.
You will pay the price.
Okay, so it turns out this thing's just dead. Never mind, it's all under control.
Oh yeah!
May as well reload if I'm about to end my turn. Okay. There's a lot of acid all over the ground, but aside from that, we're in remarkably good shape here. Now, we do only have 11 turns to make it to this evac zone, so we can't afford to sit around too much, but also, moving forward and revealing a lot of new territory is probably a pretty bad idea. So I can move back to the place that Bradford was already in. We know we can't see any new enemies from here. You can't move at all without... Really? You can't just jump over that fence? It's like as high as the counter at the building we were crouched in last turn. That's weird. Well, I don't know how long this acid trail lasts. She may be trapped.
Was already down, but the chrysalids were still coming out of the woodwork. I didn't give a damn about the DJ's records, but that didn't stop him from ignoring the fact that we were out here protecting him while he nursed his alleged back injury.
He's still complaining about his back. Yeah, this is a lot of distance to cover. But, like, it's really, really unsafe to double move into new territory. We can double move units who are in the back to catch up with the units in the front, but we should not take a double move that reveals new tiles. Also, it's, as I have expressed a couple of times, pretty safe to stand in the open on turns when there are no enemies currently visible.
Open for business.
You definitely need to be down
On
here
your
with
order.
us. Hopefully we can get lucky and have some enemies wander into our Overwatch. This is mostly going to be a turn where we're just like contracting the group though, because we've gotten pretty spread out at this point.
Affirmative.
Reloading weapon.
You certainly have to take your reload, which is a little bit of a shame. No, never mind. You know what? We took that speed PCS on her, right? So she can catch up. Everything's fine.
Moving to Overwatch.
DJ probably should actually stay in cover.
Yeah, you know, I wish I could help you guys out, but the recoil from those guns would just tear up my poor back. I mean, maybe if we find an ice pack or something, I'll be able to jump back into the fight. Doesn't hurt to keep an eye out anyway.
Is there recoil? Most of them are energy weapons at this point, right? Is there... I have no idea how they
I hope
work.
it's worth
I should
it.
probably not bother to try to speculate about this. I have none of the information necessary to figure this out.
Moving to position.
Okay, well, it looks like it's going to be quiet for a little while.
As you order.
The danger of moving around in the open like this is that when enemies do show up, the troops who are in the open are like absolutely guaranteed to have to use one of their actions to move somewhere, whereas troops who are already in cover can potentially do like double shots or whatever other kind of fancy stuff they have available.
Overwatch. Scanning.
I will not waver.
On Overwatch. Possible hostile contact.
Come on, please just walk into me right now while I have all of these guns ready. Aw, that would have been such a good start.
The DJ was essentially a walking target in combat. He refused to even pick up a gun, much less fight with one. The best we could hope for was that he kept his head down and his mouth shut until we reached the evac point.
What have we here? Okay, chrysalids. 4 real chrysalids is maybe not that big of a deal, but obviously there's civilians around, which is a concern. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of this. I apologize in advance, person over there, but I can't hit both of the chrysalids and not hit you. I'm also gonna hit this car on purpose in the hopes that it will explode.
Close quarters.
And listen, the shredder gun's an unpleasant fate, but it's a lot better than what would happen to you if the chrysalids got a hold of it. Is it? I don't know that. That may not be true. Okay, so we only have squad sight of the enemies right now. I can't pistol shot them anyway. But she should definitely move up to a position where she has pistol range, because we can get some moves off here. I'm going to take fast hands on one of the ones over there. Lightning hands, rather. And then we're going to do a face. Man, that shot wasn't even kind of close. Okay, pretty good overall damage. And a lot of that was significant, because that took both of those chrysalids from 2 hits to 1 hit with most of our weapons.
I'm going.
I do believe we've got this under control. Ah,
Got a piece.
unless they dodge. Right, the dodging is always a problem. Where can you go with a grappling hook? That? Yep, that is the furthest forward. Okay, never mind. Not a real concern.
To that position.
We're definitely going to have Bradford take up cover behind this thing so that he's in between the chrysalids and all of our people.
It is dead.
That is, provided there are any chrysalids left.
I will have
Well, I guess she's definitely not going to get a kill, so there will definitely be this chrysalid left.
I didn't make it through.
Okay, even if he hadn't gotten that, I'm pretty sure the chrysalid would have run to him and then he would have cut it in half. Everything is fine.
Come on. You can't really blame me for playing around with alien technology. You guys do it too. Don't think I haven't seen your toys. I'll admit I could have taken things a little slower. Maybe done some testing first, but sometimes you just gotta jump right in and pull the trigger, you know?
How does this guy think this is playing? I am desperately trying not to die. That's what we're doing here. Okay. The repeater went off. Not bad. It's a little unfortunate that one of those popped up because we had to... We're going to have to split up a little bit now, but we're actually not that far from the extraction point. I think we should be fine.
moving. Must reload now.
I'm on the move.
I really wish that they would equip her with
Come get some.
an expanded magazine. I think you pretty much always should have expanded magazines on your skirmishers.
Moving to Overwatch.
Otherwise, it's far too infrequent that they get to actually take
I'm on
2
it.
shots. like an expanded magazine and then like some fire rounds or something. You know, a round type that gives you a little bit of bonus damage so that you can get that bonus damage twice in a round. A very, very powerful combination.
The DJ had shown that at least he felt some contrition for his mistakes. And his heart was probably in the right place. He's a lot turned off. I wasn't ready to let him off the hook just yet. We were still in the thick of his mess.
Bradford's like, oh, his heart's probably in the right place if he's trying to piss Advent off. No, that's not a good way to think about this. You should consider someone's heart to be in the right place if they want to do helpful things, not if they want to do hurtful things to people you don't like. That is not
Moving there.
there's no way to run a society. Boy, there's a lot of positions here where we could potentially reveal new enemies, and I would just be standing in the open. But I guess
Moving on target location.
we have a move left. I could just back off if that happens. Okay. That move tells us that it's safe to have everybody else pretty much just run all the way up. He probably doesn't need to reload. He definitely doesn't need to reload. I assume we're going to have chrysalids still coming at us here, so I definitely want to be single moving and then
What's over there?
overwatching. But it looks to me like we might be able to put
I'm on it.
the DJ in the zone next turn. Right? Is that that's not double move distance. We're probably 2 turns out.
I will sense any disturbance.
You're just lucky you weren't around for some of my earlier experiments. A green plug here, red one there, some other alien stuff. Yeah, you had a few close calls. Guessing I won't be having kids anytime soon either to catch my drift. I'll tell you what, I know how to put a ham jam in a wombo anytime.
Wow. We should tape his mouth. For security reasons, you understand. Okay, this might be a little tricky. That's a lot of bodies left, and we don't really have a lot of big explosives remaining, but we do have Bradford in front. We do have a Mimic Beacon left, but if we can just get these guys' all their health low enough, Bradford can handle it from there. That's unfortunate. This is a bad time for you to not have bullets. Well, I think what I'm going to have him do is just slash this one. I think you can just run up to a chrysalid and hit it. I don't think they have a counterattack. And now he's got Blade Storm on these two. Like, they actually can't do anything on their turn. Because he'll just kill them immediately. So now our goal is just to remove the other two. I don't have lightning hands or anything. I think this is a turn where it behooves me to use the rifle. And also to stay far enough away from those guys so as not to attract their attention away from Bradford.
I take a new approach.
Skirmishes are so cool. Alright, so you guys are under control. And I actually can't see the one who is at 1 health, which is very annoying. I assume that tree is blocking my vision. That's okay. I have the kill here. With 0 in and all the height advantage and everything, she should be what, 86% on this thing? Yeah. You got it. Seems like you maybe could have led with the critical, but I'll take it. So,
Understood. Moving out.
I think we are way past safe. Everything is extremely good.
Enemies down.
It is nice to have a Blade Master on the team for situations like this. And in fact, we probably have what it takes to just kill these guys, right? You don't actually have any bullets. Oh, never mind. We are actually going to come a little bit short. I'm glad Bradford is over there. I should definitely get a point of focus.
I will tear you apart.
then we'll just back up a little bit. Or actually, I can just press parry, because it can't hit me. I'm pretty sure if it attacks, Bradford hits it before its attack goes off anyway. But also, this is, like, perfectly safe. Now this dude might be within a double move of the exit. Wow. He just unmade it. As though it had never been there. That's a pretty impressive sword strike.
There wasn't a whole lot of time to get out of there, and there was no way we could fend off this many chrysalids forever. If we didn't keep moving,
Weird
there was
move.
a risk of being overrun entirely.
Why did it go here instead of all the way up to there? I'm sure it could have. Well, I'm gonna have Bradford just go right next to it and then reload and fire his shotgun directly into its face.
You ready for me?
Yeah, Rangers are incredibly powerful. Good Rangers are really, really useful. I would say the only class that I think might be better is the Grenadier, and I
I
mean,
hope it's worth it.
you know why I'm saying that.
Come get some.
I don't really think we have a strong incentive to have you do anything but sit here and be ready for dudes.
I stand ready.
Moving to designated coordinates.
It does look to me like this is pretty under control.
Moving to Overwatch.
Okay, the DJ almost makes it.
My watch begins.
I do feel kind of bad for
Overwatch.
our Templar, because she really,
Wouldn't you
like,
rather deal with this
she's
now
not had a
than
lot of
later
good stuff to do.
anyway? But there could be thousands of those things in the ocean, maybe tens of thousands. If I hadn't have drawn them in, you wouldn't even know they were out there. I mean, you could almost say, I helped you guys out. Really?
I like that woman just calmly walking away from him. I bet that happens to him a lot. Hey, extract, go. Alright, are we all in extraction range?
For the
No, we're
second
not.
time now, we had ushered the DJ to safety. No thanks to him.
On Overwatch.
Alright, let's just make sure we're not going to get any shenanigans, right?
I'm going.
I cannot...
Moving to Overwatch.
I don't know why you can't Overwatch while, like, little animations are playing out. But I really do wish that that is something they had fixed.
I await their
They've
approach.
certainly had a lot of time.
Position confirmed. I'll keep a watchful eye. Come get some.
They move, it's on. The more he talked,
Okay.
the more I realized this guy had a few screws loose. I was starting to worry his stupid ideas might actually sink in. We were all pretty tired, and we didn't have the energy to think his nonsense through.
What's over there?
Really? You can't tell from up on the roof where you can see it very clearly?
Yes, Commander. Disengaging.
On my way.
Alright, so what? There's like,
I'm going.
2 or 3 missions left in this
I'll lead the
operation.
way.
I wonder if they're all going to be the DJ ran away and then we
I'm
had
on
to
my
go
way
save him
out.
again.
We took a few hits here and there. The chrysalids don't stop until they're dead. Fortunately, we made it clear with the DJ alive and ready to steer us towards more problems.
I don't appreciate Central underselling my extremely good performance there. I didn't take any hits.
We picked through the settlement and salvaged what we could.
Well, I
We were
mean, once
slowly
again.
piecing together some decent gear, but we had to choose carefully.
Ooh. Arc Wave, I don't know what that does, but it sounds cool. It's got a cool icon. The sharpshooter has picked up the ability to aim. Seems like something we maybe could have worked out earlier. Insanity, Soul Steel, Domination, all good stuff. Ever Vigilant is the skill that makes it so the specialist automatically overwatches if you use both of your actions on movement. And Waylay is definitely some kind of ambush thing. That's the Overwatch Eye. I don't know what that does. But it looks like we're in pretty good place for gold, I think. We're average 50,000 points a mission. As we go up and the missions become more populated with enemies, I think that should be very doable.
To recap what we've learned so far, the DJ had taken alien technology, screwed around with it, and accidentally created chrysalid lures that he then placed along the coast, which attracted hordes of these monsters from the ocean of all places. This is when I
Move together in
almost lost
silence.
it, because this is when we found out about the DJ's boat docked outside another city further up the coast. On board was his computer, scheduled to broadcast the latest pre-recorded installment of pirate radio. What choice did we have? We set off for yet another target. We barely had any time to reach the boat before that transmission was scheduled to inadvertently call in even more chrysalids to the shore. There was no way to approach near the docks, so we had to work our way through the streets, with the DJ giving us directions over the comm link.
Great. He's not present, but we still have to listen to him. I gotta say, I'm a little concerned about our short-term planning here. Like, I know we're in an emergency situation, you gotta deal with the emergency. But, like, if all these chrysalids are just breeding in the ocean anyway, they're gonna come up on shore at some point. We need to figure out, like, an actual solution here. But that is maybe something we can do tomorrow. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time when we continue destroying everything this DJ has spent his life building toward, for the good of humanity. And we'll see you then.